Hello everyone, this is Kapil John, and I'm here to discuss about the exploratory data analysis I did on the movie set, and then we'll be discussing something like auto exploratory data analysis with SweetWiz, and then we'll be discussing about Apache Beam. So these are the collabs that I run for the same. So we'll begin with the EDA on movie data set. So we'll start with import required libraries, and then we'll import them, and then we'll load the data set. So in this cell, we are loading the data set of the movies metadata for CSV. This is somewhat how it looks like. We have belongs to collection, budget, genre, homepage, and other features. Let's go over to the cell where we are cleaning the data. So we'll have an overview of the data where we see we'll be removing the duplicate entries, and then we'll be converting budget and popularity columns to numeric types, and the display, and then we'll try to display the data to check if it has changed or not. So as we can see, we have converted them into numeric. Then we'll handle the missing values on budget and revenue. So we got some NaN values and we'll fix it. Uh, we can see that it is fixed. In the next cell, we'll be parsing and cleaning the genre data. And in this cell, we have cleaned the data. In this cell, we'll be seeing that handling missing release data. So we'll handle that, and then we'll handle missing popularity and rating data. So basically, all in all, we're trying to clean the data. We're handling the missing values, the NaN values. We'll try to make the data more coherent, and then we'll be parsing production companies and finally, we'll be looking at the step where we'll be performing EDA. We'll first begin with describing the data, and then we'll embed D3.js and set up JavaScript environment in the Colab. So for that, we have used this load D3 in cell output function, and then we'll try to convert the JSON for D3.js visualization. And this is the first visualization where this is how the data looks like. And then we'll prepare the data and we'll create the histogram. So this is how the data is spread. It is pretty sparse and it is pretty dense over here. And that's it for this. We'll move forward to Switchers. This is very easy library. This is just few lines of code. What we'll do is we'll import the data set. We are using the Black Friday data set, and then we'll just run the command sp.compare and show HTML, and it will generate a file like this where we can have the whole comparison with user ID, product ID, gender, age, occupation, city category, whatever the features we had in the data set we have here as an exploratory data analysis. Now we'll go to Apache Beam and let's get an idea about Apache Beam is it is an open source programming module used to define and execute data processing pipelines for batch and streaming. We'll begin with installing data Apache Beam and its necessary packages, and then we'll use the transformer for it, and then we'll import the libraries for Apache Beam, and in this cell we'll try to generate some sample data. We'll then use the composite transform example, and then we'll be reading and writing in the pipeline.io. Here is the screenshot with how the shipments output txt is generated. This is how it looks like. And then we'll be going to windowing and triggering. And in this code, we are kind of windowing it 100, 200, 300, 400, and 500. And then we'll be using Pardo for parallel processing. Once that is done, we'll be using the streaming example, which is a conceptual one, and then we'll be running inference with Beam ML sklearn. And that's it. And we got a prediction of 75%. And when we input 60, we get a prediction of 90%. That's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something out of this.